Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet program that is used by a lot of people in their daily lives. When working with this tool, you may have found there are many ways to perform the same action. Some of these methods help you to perform a task faster than others. Such methods can significantly improve the productivity of your work. In this video, I'm going to share with you some Excel tips and tricks to help you save time and improve the productivity of your work. Number 1. Use the Tab key to autocomplete functions. In Excel, you don't need to type the complete function. When you start typing the function, you will see a list of candidate functions appearing in a drop-down list below. At this time, you can use the up and down arrows to select the correct function. Then click the Tab key to autocomplete the function. This will save you time since you don't need to spend time typing the complete function. You also don't need to remember all the functions, as Excel can suggest the candidate function when you type a few letters of it. Number 2. No need to type functions in uppercase, Excel converts them. All the functions you see in an Excel file are in uppercase. So, some users try to type all the functions in uppercase, which is not actually required. Trying to type functions in the uppercase is time-consuming. You can type function name in any case and Excel automatically convert them to uppercase. Number 3. No need to type the final parenthesis of functions. When entering a function, you can hit enter without entering the final parenthesis. Excel will add the final parenthesis for you. Remember, this only works with functions, not with formulas. Number 4. Press and hold the Control key to select multiple cells. When including multiple cells that are not adjacent, we require to add a comma between cell references. Instead of typing the comma, you can select the cell with the mouse while pressing the Control key. The Excel will automatically add a comma between the cell names. Number 5. Use tooltips. Tooltips are helpful when you are working with an unfamiliar function. Click the function name of the tooltips box to access the help menu for that specific function. If you click on an argument name, it will highlight the values assigned to that argument. Number 6. Double-click the fill handle to copy down formulas. It is not efficient to drag the fill handle all the way to the last row when you are working with a large number of rows. You can double-click the fill handle instead. That will copy down the function all the adjacent rows. Number 7. Display all the formulas in the sheet. Sometimes, you may need to find cells with formulas in Excel. You can easily display all the formulas in Excel by pressing the Ctrl plus backquote, also called grave accent key. This will show you all the formulas in the sheet instead of their resulting values. You can also go to the Formulas tab and click the Show Formulas button to show all the formulas in Excel. Number 8. Trace precedence and dependence. When you are working with a workbook created by someone else, or even if it is an old one of yours, you may need to find the relationship between cells and formulas. For this, you can use the trace precedence and trace dependence commands to graphically display and trace the relationships between these cells and formulas with tracer arrows. Trace precedence: show arrows that show what cells they link to the currently selected cell. Trace dependence: show arrows that indicate to which cells or depends on or use the value of the currently selected cell. Number 9. Find and select cells containing formulas. In Excel, you can quickly find and select all the cells that contain formulas. Go to Find and Select and click Formulas. This will select all the cells with formulas in the current sheet. You can also use the keyboard shortcut for this. Press Ctrl G or F5 to get the Go to dialog box. Then click Special. Select Formulas and click OK. Number 10. Use F2 to start editing the cell in the edit mode. You can easily enter cell edit mode by pressing the F2 key. Then use the arrow keys to move the cursor to required position. Use Escape to exit from the edit mode. Alternatively, you can double-click the cell or edit it in the formula bar. Number 11. Convert formula into value. In some cases, you may need to replace the formulas in the Excel sheet with their resulting values. In Excel there are several methods to convert formulas into value. Method 1. Select the cell or cell range with the formula and move the mouse pointer to the border of the cells, then you will see it changes the mouse pointer to a different icon. Now, right-click the mouse, and drag the cells away, and bring it back to the original position, and release the mouse. Then you will see a menu is open when you release the mouse. Then select the Copy Here as Values Only option. Method 2. Select the cell that contains the formula. Press F2, then, press F9. Method 3. Copy the range of cells using Ctrl-C, and paste it using Ctrl-V. Then you will see a small icon with Ctrl at the bottom right corner of the pasted cells. If press Ctrl key at this time, you will see a list associated with paste options. Then press V and this will convert the formula into its output value. Method 4. Copy the cell or range of cells with the formula. Then place the mouse pointer on the cell where you need to paste the value and right-click. Click the Paste as Value icon under the Paste options. Number 12. Make the formula more readable with the named range. It is difficult to read and understand a formula when it consists of various references to multiple cells or cell ranges. In Excel, you can give meaningful names to cells, tables, and ranges. Then, you can use these names inside your formulas instead of cell references. To name a cell, select it and select the value in the name box located left to the formula bar. Then type the name and press Enter. Then you can include these names in your complex formulas to make it readable. You can learn more about named ranges from the link in the description. Number 13. Apply names to an existing formula. You can add a named range to an existing formula. First, you need to give names to the cells or ranges that are involved in the function. Then, go to the Formula tab and click on the small down arrow next to the Define Name option. Click the Apply Names option. It will open up the Apply Names dialog box, then select the names relevant to the function and click OK. Then Excel will apply those names to relevant sections of the function. Number 14. Save unfinished formulas. Excel does not allow you to leave the cell if it has not completed the formula. It will give an error if you hit Enter without completing the formula. If you hit Escape, you will lose all the progress you have made already. You can avoid this and save the unfinished formula by adding an apostrophe before the equal sign. Number 15. Use the F4 key to switch between absolute and relative references. The relative reference and absolute reference behave differently when you copy a cell containing a function to another cell. You can make the cell reference absolute by adding a $sign in front of the column letter or row number or both. By default, Excel cell reference is relative. With relative references, the referred cell changes when you copy the formula from one cell to another. If you put the $sign in front of the column letter, the column does not change when you copy the formula. Similarly, by adding the $sign in front of the row number does not change when you copy the formula. If you put $sign in front of both column letter and row number, the referred cell or range does not change when you copy the formula. However, Manually typing of these dollar signs is not efficient. You can easily insert dollar sign and toggle between relative and absolute reference by using the F4 key. When you press the F4 key multiple times, the formula toggle between 4 different states explained earlier. Number 16. Evaluate a part of the formula with the F9 key. Building a complicated formula in Excel is not that easy. In Microsoft Excel, you can evaluate a part of the formula to check whether it outputs the intended result. This will be very helpful when you want to debug a complex formula. First, select the part of the formula you want to examine. Then press F9, and it will show up the relevant result to that section. Then press Escape to undo your action and get the formula back. Number 17. Evaluate the formula step by step. You can use the Evaluate Formula dialog box to see how the various parts of the formula are calculated in the order the formula is calculated. To do that, first, select the cell which contains the formula. Then, go to the Formula tab and select Evaluate Formula option. It will open the Evaluate Formula dialog box. In the Evaluate Formula dialog box, you can see the first part of the formula to be evaluated is underlined. Click the Evaluate button. Then, it will show the result and the next part to be evaluated is highlighted. If you continue to press the Evaluate button, it will evaluate the formula step by step until you get the final result. Number 18. Use autosum to enter the sum function. The sum function is one of the most used functions in Excel. Therefore, Excel has provided a keyboard shortcut to insert the sum function without selecting the cells and typing the formula. To use it, select an empty cell directly below the range you need to sum. Then press the keyboard shortcut Alt+=. The autosum will automatically identify the range to sum and build the formula for you. Then press Enter to see the result. This also works horizontally if you select a cell right to the range you want to sum. Other than the keyboard shortcut, you can find the autosum option in the Editing group of the Home tab and the Function Library group of the Formula tab. Number 19. Break long formulas into lines to improve readability. When an Excel formula includes several functions and parameters, it is difficult to read or debug. You can break these formulas into lines at convenient locations to improve readability. To break the formula into lines, place the cursor in the location where you want to break it. Then press the keyboard shortcut, Alt+Enter. This will break the section after the cursor to a new line without affecting the functioning of the formula. Number 20. Converting a range of data into a table. Excel tables are smart to automate some parts of your work. You can improve the productivity of your work by using Excel tables. Use Ctrl+T to quickly convert the selected range of data into a table. In Excel tables, your functions are copied down automatically when you finish the function in the top row. The functions use column names instead of default cell references, and it improves readability. You can quickly total data in an Excel table by enabling the Total Row option. You can pick up a function easily from the total row. The calculation of the total row is limited to the filtered list. You can learn more about Excel table from the link in the description.